building a good niche, home construction, home building, whatever you want to call it. And what I'm talking about, guys, is going and getting leads for contractors that build homes, whether it's specs, whether it's custom homes, etc. We're going to talk about that. We're going to do a niche deep dive, and I'm going to tell you what my thoughts are. Now, first and foremost, as always, when we talk about niches, I'm going to give you a disclaimer. I personally have not gone into this niche. I have not spent money in this niche. I have not built a website in this niche. And yes, I said niche, N-I-T-C-H. Keep making fun of me, guys. If you knew the town I went to school in, you would understand why I say the things that I do. But I'm going to tell you some of the reasons why I haven't and why I personally will never do a lead gen site, never do a rank and rent site in this niche. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is I recently had one of my students ask me, hey, Nick, would this be a good niche? And this was a very popular question a year ago from the time of me recording this because the housing boom was going crazy. Now, things have slowed down tremendously. But let me go through a couple of reasons why I don't love the niche, okay? Number one is it is very dependent on, as I just said, the economy, right? A couple of years ago, you would have thought that you were in the best niche in the world. And if you would have put all of your money and you would have went nationwide in home building leads, you would have had some really good days and you would be in a very dark spot in most of your cities right now. Okay, so I don't like how dependent it is on the economy because who knows what the economy is going to do. Okay, I don't like that. The second thing is it's too much of a brand driven niche. And what I mean by that is, guys, I have built in my experience so far in my life, we have some, from buying the dirt to building the house, I've done that twice, right? And when you're going to spend $500,000, one of our houses was only like $330,000 back in 2015, over $500,000, over $1 million, over $1.5 million, whatever the case is, you are going to go and you're going to see the house. This is typically what happens. And this is what happened with us both times is you're going to be driving around the neighborhood. You're going to see a house that you like, and you're going to go, I wonder who the builder is. I wonder who built that house. And you're going to go and ask, and you're going to find out. You're going to ask the neighbors, and you're going to go do your research, and you're going to go, hey, when I build a house, I'm going to use that guy or that company or that gal or whatever. And so you guys just got to think about it. I don't think I've ever sat down at my computer and gone, home builder, St. George, Utah, home builder, Las Vegas, Nevada. When you're building a house that's going to cost you $500,000, $1 million plus, you are going to talk to people who build houses that you like, that have the styles that you like. You're not going to go and find some random person. And even if you do, you are going to be looking at a site and you're going to be looking at a lead gen site going, what in the hell am I looking at? If my home is any indication of this website, man, this thing's going to look like a Minecraft house, right? So it's too brand driven, A. It's too economy affected, B. And the sales cycle is too long. Even if you got 100 leads in the next 3 months, how many of those are going to close within 6 months? And how long are you going to have to keep the business owner happy? How long are you going to have to keep the business owner excited to buy your leads, even though they're not seeing dollars? Now, we all know, yes, when they do see dollars, it's going to be big dollars, but you're going to have find contractors that are really built into that vision. And guys, what I've seen, it's very, very difficult. So those leads in advance, it's not going to be as effective of a strategy because you might send him 3 to 5 leads and they might be people just shopping around, right? That you might need 100 leads to close one house that pays $50,000. And yes, the numbers make sense, but the sales cycle is so long, you have to really have the right contractor, which makes it very difficult to do this and repeatedly do this in other markets, okay? So guys, I'm not a huge fan. On top of that, like let's say you were able to make a really nice looking website, I still think you're gonna have to use the company's branding. There's just too many factors, okay? Now, hopefully you guys have seen what's going on with the recession and the economy and the whole thing. I'm not even 100% sure. I just know that people are struggling and some people say this is worse than the Great Depression, whatever. And so I'm not at all interested or looking to go into this. So if you're somebody that's in that space, if you're somebody that's related, maybe you sell, maybe you're somebody that sells windows, you sell to home builders, okay? Which I have friends that do that. And you're like, man, I already have all these relationships. That's great. But for me and my company and where I'm going to be spending my effort, my time, my dollars, my opportunity cost It is not going to be in the home builder niche.